1966.
Oh, right.
4-2.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Come on, lad, keep up.
Yeah, but Germany won 4-2.
Yeah, but they won.
They won. They didn't get beat
Exactly.
4-2.
The irony is incredible. It's so ironic, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I'd say more about the Japan, the ball being potentially over the line, like the Lampard one. That's what I was thinking about. Is have a bit of a taste of your own medicine.
Yeah.
That's where I was going with it.
So Shawnee's looked at the scoreline. It's 4-2, but the other way round. And he's like, has the ball crossed the line? We don't know. Was the what was the line?
Exactly. Ironic.
Right. Was VAR Austrian? I don't know. Was it an Austrian linesman winning the World Cup? 66? I think it was Austrian.
I think he was Russian, but...
Was he Russian? The Russian linesman. You're absolutely right. Yeah, he was Russian. You're absolutely right.
Sean, did you watch the Japan game?
Oh, mate, I was flipping between both of them.
Yeah. I mean, they were brilliant,
but like
Japan.
The Spain game wasn't that, Germany wasn't that good, so I flipped over the Spain game. Japan were incredible. Absolutely incredible. The closing down, when the old keeper, the Spanish keeper, he flipped at matey, rubbish control. But the pressing of the Japanese was incredible, wasn't it? Those lads. Absolutely incredible.
It was.
Absolutely incredible.
Good call, Sean.
Sean, thanks for your call, mate. Appreciate it. Let's go to Mel, who's an MK Dons fan. All right, Mel?
Hey, how you doing, guys? You all right?
Yeah, good. Go on, Mel. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I'm an England fan through and through, but I think the problem with European football at the moment is that the Champions Nations League, whatever it's called, is mucking up everyone's game. Because they're not getting any experience going against the Americans or the Asians or whoever, they're just playing the same format between European teams. And therefore, a lot of the skill or experience of going abroad and playing other teams is being lost.
I hear what you're saying. I do. I get what you're saying. But you're playing friendlies against, if you're playing a friendly against, I don't know, Argentina or, Mexico or something, or South Korea, is it going to have the same kind of competitive edge of a Nations League tie where you're thinking there is actually a trophy at the end of it? I don't know.
Yeah, but is the Nations League's trophy isn't all that. Every game that I see is more or less acts as a friendly.
Well, I mean, Portugal didn't see it as a friendly when they won.
Yeah, but isn't that? And it's not the worst logic, and I'm not disagreeing with you. But isn't the same problem for teams like North America? When do they play friendlies against European side or Asian side play friendlies against European sides? That's
the joy of the World Cup, isn't it? That's just but you don't see it.
No, you don't
see them games.
No, you don't
competitively unless it's a World Cup, and that's why you're seeing them come up against each other. And it is a different. It's a different look.
It throws up bizarre. When would you ever see Japan take on Spain and beat 1-0 down and beat them 2-1? Only happens in the World Cup. That's not in a friendly, is it?
No, it's absolutely not.
You're right. That is the beauty of it.
Yeah. But isn't the European Cup exactly the same as Nations League then, more or less?
Yeah, but
Hungary should be in the World Cup theoretically.
Well, they beat us 4-0. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And they were top of their league.
Yeah.
Should they be in the World Cup?
No, but that's not the real deal, is it? I think you've seen England have shown and proved that. Gareth made the point, I don't know whether you heard the interview, in the build-up to actually leaving England, going to Qatar. He made the point about the fact that those friendlies, those games, I rephrase that, those games in the Nations League, he was using them as a vehicle to find out about what he wants and needs. And it turned out to be, result-wise, a disaster. But it would appear, actually, personnel-wise, he's learned a huge amount from that. Yeah. That's what it would appear looking at it right now.
Yeah, Mel, thanks for your call. Let's go to Babesh, who's a Liverpool fan. All right, Babesh?
Here he is.
Yeah, gents, how you doing, man?
You
know what? Gents, I've made this observation, and I hope you haven't all. Why is there certain teams, that have gone into this World Cup that in previous editions, and my first World Cup was in 1986, so I was used to Lineker banging him in. Well, I've met in Hendon, nice guy, him and Lionel Richie that day. But anyway, Hugo Sanchez, Mexico,
what'd you
for
say?
example.
What'd you say about Lionel Richie?
Gary Lineker was with Lionel Richie that day. I said hello to him. But anyway.
Where was this? This
was Hendon about just over 10 years ago.
Hold on. Babish, hold on.
Yeah.
You bumped into Gary Lineker while he had a day out with Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
And you're going to drop that in the conversation and think you just move on. Where did you meet them?
Anyway.
Where were they? No, Babish, no.
They were making an advert out on the roads, mate, on the pavement. But anyway.
What did you say to them? What did you say to them?
Mate, I'll amaze you.
Babish.
Lennox Lewis get out of his chair for me.
Babish.
Yeah? And Ian Wright opened his front door and signed my autograph. How cool is that? But anyway, that's my
can't just do that and walk off.
To a point, where's all the strikers gone in the World Cup? Why is Germany gone into this World Cup without a proper striker?
Timo Werner was injured.
Before and all of that.
Timo Werner was injured, but that doesn't really answer the question anyway. He was fit. He's not a proper striker. No, I know. I was about to make that point, yeah.
And if you look at it, the technical aspects of the strikers going into this World Cup are so downgraded compared to the technical aspects of previous strikers. So look at Ronaldo 20 years ago. Look at his technical aspects, yeah? These strikers these days are just not as good as that in previous editions, you know? Apart from Lewandowski, who's top-notch, you know, I've got to give it to him, but he's coming to the end of his career, so, you know,
Haaland's not there.
I'm not really impressed with the strikers. Basically, you know?
Yeah, look, they're playing Thomas Muller, who really and truthfully is coming to the end of his era.
Is he 31, 32 now, Muller?
Yeah, I think it might be more.
Is he a bit older than that? Is he?
Might be, yeah. He's coming to the end of it. I thought Kai Havertz had a good tournament, by the way. He scored goals. Doesn't even really start. But he makes a good point. And, you know, you do, apart from Musiala, for me, who's an absolutely fantastic young player that Germany have got, maybe they need to go back to the drawing board. If you look at England and the young talent that we've brought through in Trent, in, you know, Foden, in Bellingham, in Rashford, you know, the players that now England have got, we're looking at an England side who really are going to stay at the top for the next 10 years with this group of players.
Look, right now, let's not look too far ahead, but I don't disagree with you. But right now, when you see what's happened to one of the more fancied sides in Germany, let's not discount what happened to Argentina as well, by the way. You know, they weren't guaranteed to going through with a game to go. They looked like they might struggle, and eventually they found a way out, and we saw that last night. Belgium have gone out with a whimper. It could have been Croatia. If Belgium score, Lukaku could have scored a hat-trick. If they get one goal, Croatia out.
By the way, Lukaku, I mean, did he forget where the goal was? I mean, how many chances did he need?
He's still a Chelsea player.
What?
He's still a Chelsea player.
Is he?
He's still a Chelsea player, mate. Yep.
Oh, my word. So he's coming back.
You can see that, couldn't you?
So he's coming back.
He's got another 3 years left.
I mean,
he's signed a monster deal.
I think he forgot how to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah. He'll be back at Chelsea next year, you know that?
He had 3 chances in the 6-yard box.
Potter will get him back. Potter will get the best of him.
Graham Potter's going to get the best out of Lukaku.
Anyway, the point was that there's not many... And Haaland's missing, of course, because he obviously didn't get there, so there's that. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how things play out. I mean, Uruguay play tomorrow, and they've got them. It's got to be the oldest front two ever, isn't it?
Isn't it just the fact, though, Jace, for me, right? And you talk about world-class strikers, and we have been blessed with world-class strikers over the years. But actually, now you're seeing the underdog nations have improved. They've got better. Japan, Australia, you know, going through, getting out the groups.
Without doubt. And again,
maybe they've just improved.
They have, without any question, and this goes back to the point I was saying the other day about the African sides. When I first started watching the football, the World Cup, right, the African sides used to get ridiculed, and some of the South American sides, like Peru, that were there, and you know, they used to get ridiculed because, and it was like things like Luxembourg, they get beat 9, 10, 11, 12-0 regularly. San Marino are like that now. These African sides now, they have absolutely come of age. You've seen it over the last 10 years, maybe 15 years. African sides get better and better and better and better. And now you've got like world-class players. You've got players playing in the Premier League, African players, regularly in the Premier League. You go 15, 20 years ago, that never happened, right? Now you've got some of the Asian players, of course, Son at your club, right? One or two others are now playing way across Europe. There's a huge amount playing in Germany. Underestimate these nations at your peril.
Yeah, right.
And Senegal fit right into that. So if England think, and I don't doubt that Southgate will go into this game unprepared, but any England fan listening to this that thinks that Senegal is going to be a walkover, think again. This is going to be a hard-fought game, and you have to match them physically and match them all over the pitch for energy, fight. Technically, we are better. But let me tell you, that doesn't make an ounce of difference from what I've seen today and over this World Cup. Got to match them.
I'd rather play Senegal than Japan. Tell you that now. Do not want to be playing Japan.
No, Japan are they're like a machine.
Yeah,
they're a machine all over the pitch. They're a machine. They don't stop. Literally, bang, bang, all over, closing down.
Organised presses though as well. That's what I've noticed now. Is I've seen nations in the past who have got energy and and they'll keep running. They'll run through brick walls. And now what I'm seeing is organised pressing. Organised defensively,
and then with quality when it's needed.
It's going to be interesting. It might be a shock. I'll tell you what. Can a underdog nation win the World Cup?
Well, why not? Why not? Why not? I saw Costa Rica against Spain. Right, Spain pulled their pants. Costa Rica were dreadful. Spain were all over them. They were rash. And once they got their noses in front, they're like a dog with a bone. Couldn't get the ball off them. Bang bang, pass goal. Bang bang, cross. I thought I was going to see the same today against when I saw you. Germany, all over them first half. Costa Rica, couldn't really string. Then they started to grow into the game a little bit. Then all of a sudden, they're 2-1 up. How's that? How have Costa Rica managed to find the noses 2-1 up?